Welcome back to Droffats TV. This is the Pugilist Report. Let's get started. We lead with the story that has completely upended the British promotional scene. Zuffa Boxing is no longer a rumor. It is a reality. Dana White has officially signed Conor Benn, poaching him from Matchroom in a move that Eddie Hearn has already labeled as a legal battleground. But the real headliner, Dana White and Ben didn't just announce a signing. They announced the target, Ryan Garcia. White is looking to disrupt the status quo by staging the fights the old guard couldn't get across the line. Is this the beginning of the end for the traditional promoter model? The technical landscape of a 147-pound division just got a lot more complicated. I don't know if this could really happen, being that Conor Benn hasn't fought at welterweight in over 5 years. I think his last fight at 147 was against Chris Algieri. Furthermore, we know Oscar De La Hoya. He doesn't fuck with Zuffa, doesn't fuck with Dana White. Every Clapback Thursday video is going against Dana White, Zuffa Boxing, Canelo Alvarez, Turkey Al Sheikh. So we're going to have to stay tuned for this. Let's move on to the next one. The Usyk blueprint. While Tyson Fury continues to shout from the mountaintops that the contract is signed, Anthony Joshua is taking, he's pretty much talking in silence, but he isn't alone. Rumors out of the Mallorca suggest that Alexander Usyk has been spotted in AJ's camp, acting as a technical consultant. If true, this is a master, this is a good move. The only man to beat Fury twice is now reportedly teaching AJ the blueprint for the Gypsy King. Fury is calling it a trap, but for AJ, it looks like a graduate level course in heavyweight dominance. This past Friday was the deadline for the signature. Listen, man, AJ and Usyk could teach him as much as he wants. I mean, AJ just isn't the kind of fighter Usyk is. I mean, this fight between Fury and AJ is over 10 years in the making. I do think it does. I do think it will happen. Most likely end of this year. But I got Fury winning. If Fury hits AJ with the uppercut he hit Makhmudov with, I think it's lights out for AJ. Either scenario, whether it's a TKO or a 12-round, unanimous decision. I got Tyson Fury beating AJ whenever they do fight later this year. Let's keep it moving. The Tokyo Dome countdown. We are 13 days away from the most significant fight in Japanese history. Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani have both cleared their 14-day WBC weight checks and both look to be in the best shape of their lives. The monster is a heavy favorite, but Nakatani has the height, the reach, and the surging momentum on social media. Pundits are starting to ask the unthinkable. Has Inoue finally met the man with the physical attributes to neutralize his power? This isn't just a title fight, it's a battle for the number one pound for pound spot in all of boxing. You got to think Usyk is about to fight at exhibition against a kickboxer. So it makes sense the winner out of this fight would move up to number one on the pound for pound. Well, maybe not Junto. Well, maybe Junto. If he beats the number two guy on the list, could he elevate? I think Junto's like number 7 or number 8. He could shoot up all the way to number 1. We're going to have to see and tune in on May 2nd in the next 2 weeks. And then we got this say, it's called a quick turnaround, man. The sparring tape, Benavidez versus Zoto Ramirez. The rumors are turning toxic. Reports of a 2022 slaughter in the gym have Zurdo's camp on high alert. I mean, that's sparring, man. Sparring's with what? 14-ounce gloves, 12-ounce, 14-ounce gloves, and headgear. I get it. Maybe Benavidez did put hands on Zurdo on sparring, but again, that's with headgear, 14-ounce gloves. I don't make too much of that. We're gonna have to tune in to Fight Night May 2nd. Personally, I got I got Zurdo Ramirez winning this fight against David Benavidez. I'm not saying he stops him, but I got him winning. You got to think if David Morrell was able to hurt Benavidez in the fourth round and later drop him, I think in the 10th round, I got Zurdo Ramirez going to the body early and often, slowing down that flurry of punches the Mexican monster likes to do. But we're gonna have to tune in and see what happens. The Queen returns, the bomb herself, Alicia Baumgartner. After her win Friday night, she's hunting Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor for a fall unification. Following her New York masterclass. But let's be honest, people. She's ducking Dubois. I could see her getting the Serrano fight. They're both signed to MVP Promotions. As far as Katie Taylor, Katie Taylor, she's actually managed, if I'm not mistaken, by the same manager, Keith Conley, who manages, Berlanga, Hitchens, and who else? Conor Benn. You might want to fact check me on that, but Eddie Hearn is on record saying he's not going to fuck with Keith Conley moving forward. Maybe he makes an exception because it's Katie Taylor. She's a future Hall of Famer in women's boxing. But the bomb has to realize she's not the A side in either scenario. So if it's against Amanda Serrano, they're going to be fighting in Puerto Rico. If it's against Katie Taylor, they're going to be fighting in Ireland. Is the bomb willing to go on the road and take either one of those fights, even though it will be the biggest payday of her career? That's yet to be seen. But that's all I got for the Pugilist Report. Leave your comments below. Smash the like button and subscribe to Droffats TV.